While southern China is being ravaged by devastating floods with entire regions submerged and immense losses in lives and property, northern China is being scorched by one of the most intense heat waves in recent memory. In some areas, ground temperatures have soared to 77 degrees Celsius, enough to cook food in the open without any stove. Netizens across the country are asking, what sins has the Chinese Communist Party committed for the people to suffer such relentless natural disasters? The weather in Beijing has been bizarre lately. On the way home, a person witnessed an electric scooter burst into flames in the middle of the street, a live image of the relentless heat devouring the city. In Shanghai, commuters exiting the subway immediately seek shade to regain their breath before daring to step into the sun. Meanwhile, places like Hefei and Henan are seeing daytime highs between 39 degrees and 50 degrees, with many locations recording surface temperatures over 55 degrees C. People are calling it a real-life inferno. Blistering waves of heat are sweeping through provinces like Jiangsu Anhui, Hunan Jiangxi, and Guangdong, effectively turning the entire country into a giant oven. Chengdu issued its earliest high-temperature warning in recorded history, as thermometers surpassed 40 degrees C. On the morning of July 4th, cities like Zhejiang, Hefei, and Lingbi were the hottest in China. Ground temperatures in Westlake, Hangzhou exceeded 55 degrees Celsius, prompting the local meteorological office to confirm this is not an exaggeration. Even in Shandong, elderly people who usually resist air conditioning finally turned it on a sign of how intolerable the heat is. In workplaces across the country, complaints flood the air. It's 30 degrees at night, 40 degrees during the day, and you sweat even while standing still. And what's most alarming, the heat wave has only just begun. One person asked, has Wuhan's climate been taken over by the tropics? Every day it's 34, 38, 39 degrees Celsius, as if a car is stuck in high gear and won't stop revving. On July 5th at 1:36 p.m., temperatures in parts of Beijing hit 50 degrees. Since early July, mainland China has entered a rare and widespread heat wave with 754 regions issuing warnings and many places surpassing 40 degrees C. This extreme heat doesn't just threaten human health, even animals are collapsing. In Wuhan, by noon on July 5th, surface temperatures reached over 50 degrees Celsius. A viral video shows a zebra dove lying limp on the burning pavement, gasping for air. A passerby poured water into a bottle cap for the bird, which eventually revived and flew away. Someone remarked, even my grandmother turned on the AC today. An 80-year-old man who had never owned an air conditioner finally bought one this year. In these conditions, a trip to the bathroom takes 10 tissues, 9 just for sweat. Even with the AC on, phones overheated, prompting people to slap on cooling patches. In Jinan, outdoor thermometers have maxed out. In Wuhan, metal railings read 55 degrees C, trash bins, 57 degrees C. Parked cars and scooters hit 77 degrees C. Yes, 77 degrees Celsius. Yet official forecasts only stated 39 degrees C, causing public outcry. Is that the temperature or the anchor's body heat? Some joked. Maybe the newsreader had a fever and read the wrong number. Locals warned tourists Wuhan's 39 degrees is not the same as anywhere else. You step off the bus and feel sick. After walking less than 100 meters, your shoe soles start to burn. Others describe the sensation as if their shoes melted in puddles. People now call it the most brutal 300 meters of the year. In Shanghai, residents say, the smell of summer is the smell of burning. Just look at me and I'm standing in the shade. In Shandong, someone cracked an egg on a hot pan left out since noon. By 2:40 p.m., the egg fried itself without fire. Just add salt and it's ready to eat. In Henan, a black car was traveling down a country road when the concrete pavement cracked and lifted, throwing dust into the air. Many blamed the lack of expansion joints, while others argued that even with them, such extreme heat would have caused the same. According to China's National Meteorological Center, more than 2 million square kilometers are now facing temperatures above 35 degrees C, with regions like Henan, Shandong, Anhui, and Jiangsu hitting over 40 degrees C. In Bengbu, Anhui, a resident placed 3 thermometers outside at 10:54 a.m. on July 5th. One read nearly 60 degrees, another hit its maximum limit, and the last one simply went off scale. In Wuhan, midday, temperatures of public objects were horrifying. Metal railings, 55 degrees C, trash bins, 57 degrees C, car surfaces, 77 degrees C. Even the underside of electric scooters reached 77 degrees C. People are saying mainland China has turned into a boiling hell. And while this unprecedented heat wave suffocates the nation, devastating floods continue to ravage half the country. Wuhan, a city renowned for its unyielding spirit, is now contending with a heat wave that feels like a descent into an inferno. On July 5th, at precisely 1:36 p.m., thermometers in the heart of the city registered a staggering 50 degrees C, a number so extreme it seems almost surreal. Yet the official weather report claimed a more temperate 39 degrees C, sparking a wave of skepticism online. Is that the air temperature or the newsreader's body heat, one social media user mocked? Another quipped that the forecaster might have been battling a fever and confused it with the weather. Residents caution newcomers that Wuhan's 39 degrees C is a beast unlike any other. Disembarking from a bus feels like stepping into a furnace, and even a brief stroll can blister shoe soles and sap one's resolve. You don't walk 100 meters here, a local confided. You endure it. Zhanghan Pedestrian Street, typically a lively commercial artery, now serves as a stark illustration of the heat wave's ferocity. At midday on July 5th, the pavement's surface temperature surpassed 50 degrees Celsius. Viral videos capture locals conducting grim experiments, cracking eggs onto the scorching concrete, and watching them sizzle and set without a pan. The scene is a chilling symbol of Wuhan's transformation into a vast griddle. In Henan's Jie County, a rural road succumbed to the heat, its concrete fracturing and buckling upward as if the earth were gasping for breath. Dashcam footage showed a black car veering to avoid a tricycle just as the road split, sending clouds of dust billowing. Online debates flared over the cause. Some pointed to absent expansion joints, while others insisted that no design could withstand such blistering conditions. The heat wave's grip extends far beyond Wuhan and Henan, enveloping regions from Jiangsu to Guangdong Anhui to Hunan in what one weather expert dubbed barbecue mode. Chengdu issued an unprecedented early heat alert with temperatures soaring past 40 degrees C. On the morning of July 4th, towns like Gujian and Lingbi in Anhui became the nation's hottest spots, their thermometers pushed to their limits. According to the National Meteorological Center, over 2 million square kilometers, nearly a fifth of China's landmass, are enduring temperatures above 35 degrees C, with some areas exceeding 45 degrees C. By July 4th, 754 provinces, cities, and counties had issued heat warnings, a testament to the crisis's vast scope. The toll on human life is profound. Heat stroke has flooded hospitals with emergency wards struggling to cope. Public health advisories urge watchfulness for symptoms like dizziness, nausea, and rapid pulse, but for many the alerts are too late. Outdoor laborers, construction workers, delivery riders bear the brunt, their bodies taxed by hours under a merciless sun. I feel like I'm dissolving. A delivery driver told me his shirt drenched despite a cooling patch on his brow. Even devices are faltering. Smartphones overheat, screens glitching, prompting residents to slap cooling pads on their gadgets to keep them running. Yet the heat is only part of China's ordeal. In the south, devastating floods have engulfed communities in Guangxi and Hunan, turning streets into torrents. Rescue teams navigate submerged neighborhoods by boat, searching for those stranded amid the wreckage. The economic fallout is severe. Shops are shuttered, fields are ruined, and infrastructure lies in disarray. The contrast between the northern heat and southern floods has sparked existential questions, with many wondering if these disasters signal a deeper reckoning. Shanghai, China's economic engine, faces a different crisis, a silent exodus eroding its vibrancy. Once a magnet for dreamers, the city is losing residents at an alarming rate. Data from the Shanghai Exit Entry Administration reveals that 380,000 people processed exit procedures in a single month, a staggering figure. The city's population, once exceeding 30 million, has dwindled to just under 25 million, a loss of at least 5 million. Streets that once pulsed with ambition are now ghostly. Old Qianba Street, a historic commercial hub, stands deserted, its storefronts dark and sidewalks quiet. Economic stagnation drives this flight. Shanghai's once thriving economy is faltering, with major firms cutting jobs and small businesses teetering on collapse. The job market, previously a draw for talent, is now a gauntlet of closed doors. "I've been jobless for a month," a former finance director shared, his voice heavy. "I managed a team of 7 and now I can't even get a call back." The cost of living remains crushing, a modest apartment rents for 5,000 yuan monthly, with total expenses often hitting 6,000 yuan. For many, survival in Shanghai is unsustainable. Young professionals who arrived a decade ago with grand aspirations are now leaving. "We thought we'd conquer this city," one said. "Now we're just trying to make it through." The city's decline is palpable. Malls once teeming stand empty. Rush hour traffic has eased, and subway cars offer seats even at peak times. Restaurants are closing, and landmarks like the Bund feel subdued. Shanghai's soul is fading, a vendor on Nanjing Road lamented. Many residents are returning to hometowns where costs are lower, while foreigners exit China entirely, sensing the end of an era. The suburbs are desolate, with vacant apartments and falling property prices. Under bridges, delivery drivers sleep on cardboard, a stark reminder of the city's growing underclass. As China battles heat floods and economic woes, its people face a future fraught with uncertainty, clinging to resilience amid a world that feels increasingly unforgiving.